Got it now, no baby.
That's what the street been waiting
Professional
for.
hood shit. My niggas, let's do it. 6 shots out of the Wesson, so much purple, a drought is out of the question. Blow your heart out of your chest then lay low in the Trump duplex down on the west end. Focus on what I invest in. Got married to marijuana, yeah, and the connect is my best man. Even though the game
What's going on YouTube? We in the Low Key Cave, Keyshawn Arms YouTube page, aka Mr. Low Key, and we are back with another movie review. This time we're doing a retro review of The Collector that came out in 2009. I am a huge fan of this movie. This is one of my favorite horror movies. If you don't know the history behind The Collector, this was actually supposed to be a prequel to the Saw franchise, the Saw movies. If I'm not mistaken, this was supposed to be called The Midnight Man or something like that. But this started off as a sequel to Saw, but ended up being its own thing. And I'm actually glad it did. I am a fan of this movie. Like I said, it's one of my favorite horror movies. I'm a fan of the sequel. And if I'm not mistaken, they're actually working on a third movie called The Collected with the same protagonist, which is Josh Stewart, who plays Arkin. Before I get into this, I do want to talk about the plot a little bit. If you haven't seen this, like I said, I don't feel this is a cult classic to me. I think people came across this movie after it had been out for a minute, but in case you haven't seen it, our protagonist, you have a guy who is pretty much I ain't gonna say a maintenance person, but he's like a construction worker. He works on houses or whatnot, and he is in a situation where his wife or him or both of them are adept to some gangsters or thug, whatever you want to call it. Like, you know the type of situation in these movies. They are adept to some people who are dangerous. So he's in a situation where he's working on a certain house, and just so happened that this house might have a very valuable thing that he can get, which I think is a diamond or something. It's something that's in the safe behind a painting. So he feels like if he steals this, he can not only repay this debt, but he can make his family situation better, his wife and his child, because he has a daughter too. Anyway, he is in a situation where, and this is in the trailer saying spoilers, he break into this house, but somebody has already broke into this house. The only thing about this is the person that broke into this house, they ain't trying to steal nothing. They trying to hurt people. Not only hurt them, torture them. And this person has a very, very, very bad agenda, and evil agenda as far as the person that already broke into the house. I'm not talking about Arkham, Josh Stewart's character. The person that already broke into the house, he is up to some more sinister shit that ain't got nothing to do with stealing nothing. Man, look, it's called type of booby trap set. Not just booby traps, but traps that just don't kill you. They fuck you up. It makes you. He got traps set up where they capture you. They don't kill you. They capture you, and that's one of the worst situations you in. But that's pretty much the premise of this and the plot behind this. One thing I'm gonna say about not only just horror movies, but these type of movies in particular, and I'm saying this in a way because this ain't a perfect movie, ain't a perfect horror movie, but the thing I'm gonna say about this movie is this is the type of movie where we get a character that we enjoy. Like, we want this character to get out of situations, and we enjoy what we seeing from this character. It's situations in this movie where this dude is like, he pretty much good. He in a situation where he gets away. I think he even got the thing he was trying to get. He got it and he good to go. But he ends up having to turn around, and if you are a viewer watching the movie, you like, oh my God, why you didn't say? It's a situation in this movie where it's a person in the house already, and I'm not trying to make it difficult or not, but I'm saying this because I don't want to spoil nothing, because I feel like maybe it's people who haven't seen this movie yet, because like I said, this ain't the most popular horror movie in the world, but it's a very good movie, and it's got sequels out there. Well, a sequel, and I think that they are working on a sequel right now, but anyway, it's a situation in this movie where our main dude, Arkin, who is played by Josh Stewart, he is trying to get out of the house. He knows that it's a crazy motherfucker in this house that's worse than me. I'm just trying to steal some shit. But it's another motherfucker in this house that's trying to do something worse. And so he gets into this situation where he ends up actually getting out. But it's certain things that happen where he sees a situation where, oh my gosh, should I leave or should I go back and do this? And when you watch the movie, you'll understand what I'm talking about. It ain't a stupid situation. And that's another thing. Let me say this about this movie. I ain't gonna say everybody's smart. It's stupid situations in this movie. Don't get me wrong. But our main character, the guy that we want to make it, he makes smart decisions. He does smart things. And that's the thing I actually enjoy with this movie. We don't get a movie where we're like, come on, why you doing that? What you doing, man? The only time you end up doing that where you like, why? What are you doing? Is if you an asshole. Because I'm going to tell you, the situation that I'm talking about in particular where he ends up getting out of the situation and he ends up having to go back, it's going to be some assholes who be like, no, nigga, I'll leave. I'll go. And I'm telling you, man, if you will understand when you see it, it's like, nah, you had to go. You had to try, man. I mean, he was already doing some fucked up shit while stealing because, I mean, damn, he a thief. And it's like, damn, I mean, I'm good. I'm in the clear, but I can't do it. I got to. And even by the end of the movie, you like, see, if you wouldn't have I feel like you have to watch the movie to understand. But the thing about The Collector is it's torture porn. Let's get this clear. This is in that era of torture porn. Hostel, Saw. This is why this was supposed to be a prequel to Saw and whatnot. I mean, the Human Centipede. I don't know if y'all know anything about that, but you had all type of torture type movies coming out. And when you got a movie like The Collector, the thing to me that separated itself from those other torture porn movies was we almost had a Michael Myers type villain. You know, that villain where you don't know shit about him. You know, the first the first Halloween movie, you didn't know shit about Michael Myers. You just know he was in a crazy house and he escaped. That's the situation with this movie. You don't even see, this ain't a spoiler. Well, if it is, my bad. But I'm telling you, this movie came out in 2009, man. I'm just saying, you don't see this dude face in this movie. I'm not saying you don't see him later on or whatnot, but you don't get his face. You don't know his history. It's the type of shit where you want to go back and like, oh shit, was he doing this? Was he there in the beginning? Because, like I said, our main character, Arkin, he is working on a house and he ain't by himself. He working with other people. You see where I'm going with this? So this movie has so much as far as rewatchable value where you go back and you seeing certain scenes. You're like, I wonder, was he doing this? What's this part of this and the third? Because the thing I really love about this guy is, the guy and what I mean is the villain, the Collector. And that's another thing. He doesn't have a name. I mean, you call Michael Myers the boogeyman. But you can call him the Collector. I'm guessing you can call him the Collector because, that's his whole thing. He collects pretty much people he wants to collect. Not everybody. I'm just saying, he don't collect everybody, but what I really enjoy with this movie is it has good intense scenes. Because you have scenes where the dude, like I said, our main character, Arkin, he ain't a stupid motherfucker. He ain't doing stupid shit. He's trying to maneuver and do certain shit where he feels like he can get out of situations. And just so happen, this dude is actually thinking a little bit ahead of him, but Arkham is not a stupid character. That's what I love. He's not stupid, and he does certain things where he ends up getting it, outsmarting our villain, who is not a stupid villain. That's another thing I like. The problem, probably what made the problem with this movie is you have other stupid characters. Outside of the villain and our main anti-hero, you have stupid characters in between. But the thing I will say is that I enjoy with that is that we didn't really want to see these people make it anyway. I'm gonna say it's one person in here. It's two people we want to see make it. We got our main character and there's another person. I ain't gonna say that. It might be one more person. Because I feel like this person was like, he was confused. But I'm telling you. Let's be clear. This movie is rated RR. And to be honest, if you read on this, they probably had to take certain shit out to get the R rating. Or it would have been unrated or NR. And what is the shit? It's another rating where it's like, it can't even get a rating because it's so violent or whatnot. But this movie goes up that notch as far as what it was doing in those days of torture porn. The reason I'll say this is a good torture porn movie is because it actually has moments where they giving you a reason behind his madness. You don't understand why he's doing what he's doing, but you sitting there like, this motherfucker's crazy. Not like Hostel, where you got these people paying to kill people or torture people. Or I ain't gonna say Hostel bad movie. I actually enjoy Hostel, but I'm talking about the other torture porn movies. Think about even with Saw, you enjoyed Saw. Saw is a good movie because in the first one, he had good logical reasons why he was doing it. You didn't understand it, but think about characters like Thanos and Marvel and whatnot, and why he was doing what he was doing, Killmonger. And but anyway, as far as the Collector and what he's doing, it's no understanding. This is where I say the comparison to Michael Myers. He's doing what he's doing to do it. And that's as far as we know. We don't know why he's doing this shit. For all we know, he's just enjoying it. And that's what you can almost say about Michael Myers. Because outside of Michael Myers, and even with this dude and other movie villains, hell, Jason got a backstory, even with his first one. You know, his mama and the reason she doing what she doing. Freddy Krueger, he got his backstory, the parents and what they did to him and why he comes back and kills kids and whatnot. But with these type of characters, as far as the Collector, Michael Myers, so on and so on, not getting stories behind them, not even seeing their faces really. You didn't really see Michael Myers' face in the first one. You kind of did, but you didn't. That's the thing you enjoy, because that's where you can kind of get your sequels from and whatnot, because you're like, why is this dude doing what he's doing? I don't really want to know, but I'm kind of interested to see why. And that's the thing with a movie like a Collector. You don't get reason, even with the sequel, you kind of don't get no resolution of why he's doing what he's doing. But the thing I say about these movies in particular, and I feel like this is very important, is getting people that we enjoy, following people through these stories that we want to see survive. Laura Strode in the Halloween franchise. Like, we want to see these people make it. We want to see these people be able to get out of these situations. And with this movie, it's a fucking, it ain't haunted house. It's some it's almost like Home Alone if Kevin was a psychopath serial killer. Like, this would be Home Alone if we wanted to see the bad guys make it out. If we wanted to see the niggas that broke in, like we wanted to see Joe Pesci and them make it. That's what this is. But in a good way, honestly. But I'm telling you, man, if you have not seen The Collector or The Collection, because there's 2 movies out, and like I said, I think they're working on the 3rd. If they not filming already, it's in post-production. They already done with it. And if I'm not mistaken, it's called The Collected. But this is directed by Marcus Dustin, and of course it's from the people behind the Saw movies. And like I said, if this movie was a little bit more popular, it would definitely be up there with the Saw movies, if not better than the past Saw movies. But anyway, like I said, I just wanted to give my quick review and give my opinion on The Collector. Like I said, it's one of my favorite horror movies as far as just in the genre of horror. It's definitely in my top 5. It is. And I just want y'all to hit me in the comment section. If you have seen this, let me know how y'all feeling about this. Do y'all know what's some of y'all favorite kills in this or torture kills in this? How do y'all feel about the villain or the anti-hero in this? And how y'all feel about the ending of this? Because like I said, this is by the people who did Saw, so you know you might not get that straightforward ending. I almost feel like the Saw people can kind of compare to what M. Night Shyamalan be trying to do with his endings. Like, what the fuck gonna happen? What's gonna be the end? Think about them Saw movies. You was always thinking about, well, how it's gonna end. How it's gonna end. But anyway, it's almost like what you get with The Collector, but I feel like we get somewhat better anti-heroes, better protagonists, and better storytelling somewhat from the Collector movies. But anyway, this was my review on The Collector. Y'all let me know how y'all feeling about Collector. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell to let y'all know when I got new videos up. This is the road to 300 subs. Shout out to all my subscribers. Shout out to anybody checking my videos out, man. We out.